Eating bugs while my friends convulsed. My first and last Datura experience started with me and two friends sitting around at a house deciding to rip off a Datura plant. After finding one and tearing off a few flowers off it, we sat at our mate's house and boiled it up for a half an hour and drank about 3 cups each. Now, I am a very experienced drug user, but what happened next, I was totally unprepared for. At first, the only feeling I felt was extreme muscle tiredness, and I was almost unable to stand. Neither could my friends. Bang! I'm at my friend's flat chatting to his flatmate. I say, I want to go home now. He says, you are home. I say, I want to go home where my mom lives. She says, I am your mom. Bang! I suddenly realize I am at home. It's almost midday. As my memory comes back, I remember smoking many invisible cigarettes, thinking my mom and my brother were my friends, and talking to invisible people, basically not knowing where, what, how, or why. I later found out I had been crawling on the floor where we originally drank the Datura, eating bugs, quote for quote, while my friend convulsed and foamed at the mouth. When his straight sister called the ambulance, I leapt off the balcony in pursuit of a friend who was actually on the other side of the house. Then my mom was called, by whom I still don't know, and she took me home where I spent hours rolling imaginary joints, snorting imaginary lines, talking to thin air about crap, and basically scaring the shit out of my family. One friend wound up in some bushes with no belt, pants around his knees, listening, quote for quote, to music. The other was in the hospital in a morphine-induced coma. He was released the next day. He had been on antidepressants, and that fucked him up. I can tell you it's a very disturbing experience to take on a drag of a cigarette and find out you don't actually have one, or to talk to your brother about himself thinking he's someone else, or having your friends come around to see how you are, having a long chat with them only to realize they aren't actually there. I do remember trying to smoke my belt, throwing my cat in the bathtub, thinking my mom was Spike Milligan. The list goes on.